Hello, Brian Scott from the Mystic Skull. I was going to do a, um, field tests. This is what I did today video, and I'm doing this video instead. So I bought this. This is the Camp Snap V2. Um, I've had this now for a week, maybe two, and I've had problems with it from the start. So first off, my general feeling of it, very good camera, except that the filters are pretty much crap. They're all the same, except for the black and white. They all look the same. Okay, that wouldn't been so bad because you can put other filters on it. Hold my beer. So I put other filters on it, and it worked for about a day. And then and I will say this, each time when I go to do a large amount of pictures on it. Oh, and I also want to preference this. I'm not dogging Camp Snap, but we need to. I just emailed them. I don't know. I told them I can't play email tag with you people. I need to talk to somebody. And they need to really fix this, because if this is on your camera too, we have a big problem. So, on again, not dogging them, but we need to acknowledge it and we need to fix it. So what happens is when you're just taking a couple dozen pictures, it's working perfectly fine. I went on and I took, let's see here. I want to say I took, this says 394 pictures. So I took 394 pictures today. Well, I wonder if I did, though. I mean, I did take quite a few. I don't know if I really took that many. I think what's happening is it's doubling the pictures. That's one of the things. So what will happen is I get I again, I'm sorry, I never have the ability to. I'll get, when you open up the DCMI, I instead of having on the outside on the DCMI, you should have the filters that you put on it, right? So the way you put a filter on here, like let's say you go to Camp Shade and you want the noir filter, well, you'll put it on the standard. So you'll change the name of the noir filter to S for standard, and then it superimposes it, and it works for about the first few days. And like today, when I went on, I know I did a lot. I don't think I went through almost 400 pictures, but maybe I did. I don't think so, though. I think it doubled them or something like that. But besides doubling, what it does, you go into the DCMI. First off, outside the DCMI, it's now just one added file on there, and it's a RRAA file, um, whatever. When you go inside, now you have all the pictures you took, but they're all only on the filters that are built in. And I had 4 or 5 DCMI files. So what happens when you go into those files? You have the same ones, but now they are larger. And literally, I've gone like 3 or 4 inward. You keep going into a DCM file, and it's almost like it echoes in, right? So this is the third time this has happened to me. Now, what I did the other 2 times, I took out the SD card and just reformatted it, started over again. It looked like it worked, but I spent a whole day taking pictures with it. I wasted my day. I wasted my time and money for this that doesn't work. And the pictures they're mediocre. I mean, they're okay, but they're not what they were supposed to be, and the filters they were supposed to be. You know, I feel the native filters on here, only the black and white is really anything to look at. All the rest look the same to me. I can't really tell much of a difference. So I don't know. I told myself I might just need to have a refund, because if it's going to do this, this is a useless camera to me. it's useless. I might as well just use my Pro, which is much better. It's a better quality picture, and I just it's such so my the reason I'm doing this video, I want to make people aware. If you have this camera, put some filters on it. Take a lot of pictures over a couple of days and let me know if you're having the same problem. I maybe it's just a bad SD card. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's wrong within the camera itself. I question the SD card idea because I don't know. Maybe I've reformatted them, so maybe it is eventually it just pops up on the SD card after you've done so many of them, or maybe it's after you've done so many of them on the camera starts acting up. I don't know what the answer is, and I need somebody that knows what the answer is to tell me, because I'm not going to spend. I went out 3 hours today, and the pictures are, they're not what I wanted. There's nothing. They're just regular. You know, I'm certain everybody's going to tell me, oh, there's all kinds of differences in these filters. No, there's not. The color filters are so similar. They're just so similar to each other. You look at the Pro, they're very different filters. One's red tinted, one's blue tinted, one's normal, one's black and white. These just, except for the black and white, they all look the same to me. I just don't see it. And that makes this a totally useless camera to me. Totally useless. So, and then this is the worst part of this. I hate having to return anything, because now they'll want me rewrap the damn thing and put a sticker on it, drive out to wherever the hell it'll be, probably UPS or wherever, and send it back. Now I got to spend more of my time to return the thing. But that's the problem. If it's not the SD card, if it's the camera, if it's the SD card, I want a new one. But if it's the camera itself, this is useless. So please, if you bought one of these cameras, and put some camp shades, put some, even like make a few on their website and put it on the camera and take it out and take them for a couple days, because there is something not right. When I saw it, I thought, I have never seen that before. I'm certain it might be a very common thing, but for me, I've never seen where duplicates DCMI files just start popping up. On the DCM, and also the fact that the outside, because what you're doing, you're putting it on the root, you're putting it on the where it says DCMI when you first open it up. That's where you put the filters that you're going to change. And again, like I said, it works for a couple of days, and then it starts doing this duplication, of the DCMI files. Crazy, absolutely. And the first time I had it, the problem with it, because I click on properties, it said it had like 350,000 files on it, but it was only 2 gigabytes, because I think it's a 4 gigabyte card that's on it. So it was saying like half the card was filled up, but it was of hundreds of thousands of pictures, which it wasn't. It was like 30. So I don't know. There's something crazy on this camera. There's something really, really wrong. Now, again, might just be my SD card, one little SD card, or it might be the camera itself. I need to know. We need to know. I spent $80 once on the introductory price. It's like whatever it was, $70, but by the time you pay the shipping and handling, and I bought the little insurance thing, which was like $3 or $4. It turned out to be $80 on the Barrelhead. So $80 for a camera that's not doing what it's supposed to do. one of the things that I think is super, super important to be able to change the filters because I don't like these filters at all. These just look all the same. There's some variations. One looks darker a little bit. Maybe the analog looks a little different from the rest. Maybe. I think that's kind of, but they're not distinct filters like the Pro at all. Not at all. And oh man, it's just so frustrating. I spent 3 hours a day taking pictures. I mean, just walking all over the place, going up and down the Ohio River, and they're just basically they're normal pictures. I mean, there's nothing. None of them came out the way they were supposed to. I had let's see, I wrote down the Kodachrome, which I don't. I'm trying to think who had the Kodachrome. Was that's not a camp shade. Anyway, that was on the standard. The Expire was on the V1. The Fuji disposable was on V2. Cafe Latte was on V3. The Noir was on analog. It just none of those came out. They did, 2 days ago when I was just taking, a couple dozen pictures, and they all look good. That's the worst part of it. I had some really good pictures. But and just to make sure, I had taken off the ones that were good because I wanted to kind of do another clean slate. I'd taken some and I saved them. Those all turned out decent. And I went out and I don't think I took almost 400 pictures. I've done that before, but I think I took around 100 or 200 tops. And so I'm thinking it's counting those duplications. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, that's it. Please put it down below, or even more, if you have this problem, tell CampSnap. It has to be done sooner than later because they start selling these for whatever they're going to be selling them for $100 or 100+ bucks. That's not going to be good at all. And again, I have both of them. I have the classic and the Pro. I should, at this point, I should just stuck with the Pro. So we'll see. Anyway, drop a message down below. Let me know, and definitely let CampSnap know. All right, later.